YouTube. Shit is fire. Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. You know what time it is. It's your man P Stock, and this is iHipHopTV presents Mad Money Militia Inc. One-on-One. You know, that's how we do it. Big shout out to Dark Diva, fresh off of the Escape from Reality Tour 3, Oakland, California, on May 18th. Good Mother Studio went over with success. Hit up Dark Diva, check her out. You can catch all the performances from the Escape from Reality Tour 3 on iHipHopTV channel on Roku. Check it out. Tap in, get with it. It's running right now. Big shout out to Aladdin 19. Big shout out to Young NAZ doing his thing. Climate Control going up, charting. It's charting. That's right. Big shout out to 2K Kent. Big shout out to Frank Stickham's hit Young Stars is blowing up. He got the hit out, is doing his thing. Big shout out. That's how we do it. That's how we like to go. Nothing but success. This is iHipHopTV. I'm your man P Stock, and this is what we do. So we definitely want to shout out Dark Diva. Dark Diva does her thing. You know, she put together that Escape from Reality Tour 3, went over without a hitch, all love. You know, big shout out to all the performers that showed up. Nene Hart showed up. Nene Hart was there. Yes, sir. Nate was there. Resonate was there. Duquesne was there. I mean, there was some artists there, man. So Vicious was there. You know, Toriyama was there. All these people I'm talking about. Tap in. You can catch them on iHipHopTV channel on Roku. Check them out, their one-on-ones. Catch them. Check out their videos. Catch the Escape from Reality Tour. That's how we do it. Tonight, no different. You know, we have great young artists, great sound, put stuff together. You know, he's a product of hip-hop, I like to say. You know, he's a product of hip-hop. Grew up in music, you know, enjoying the music, listening to, you know, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, 50, back in the day coming up. You know, he's in the Bay Area now, and he's making it happen, you know, bringing it up. And got a nice sound, sharp kid, man. I like this. I think you're going to enjoy this. We're going to get into some of the sounds. You got to hear it, but we definitely going to let him. We want you to hear from him. You know, tonight we have Solus, the Happy Human. What's happening, bro?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Good. There it is. Let it know. Let them know what it is. Let it know what it is, man. Let it know what it is. You know, I'm glad you can come through. You know, we're a week late. We were supposed to have you last week, but you know, a little under the weather. Now we all good. It's time to go. We back in the saddle. Let's go. So Solus, man, let the people know who Solus the Happy Human is. You know, let them know your little background and what you know, your sound and some of your influences, man, because you got a nice sound. I like it. You got a smooth sound, and it's hot, man. I like it. Let them know.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a kid from the Bay Area, you know. Grew up out here just in the Bay Area my whole life. I'm 28, and I just grew up listening to just all the mainstream artists, you know. I was just a kid in the back seat. My parents, you know, they worked all the time, and it was just me and my iPod and my little brother. I would just listen to Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Wiz Khalifa, just all the mainstream, you know, hip hop that the radio and everyone was throwing at me, and I just absorbed it. And I just loved making hip hop myself once I tried it for myself, and it's stuck with me. You know, I've just been doing it for a while, trying to spread a positive message, trying to have some fun with it, trying to, you know, hip hop is whatever you want it to be. So I try and shape it into something that's fun, something that's funny, and to where everyone can have a good time. I just it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful art, and I'm happy to be doing it. And thank you for having me. I appreciate this. You know,
man, you know. No problem, man. That's what it come through. That's what this is for, man. And your sound shows it, you know. So, and I like you said, you know, you got a keen ear for the beats and the sounds and everything. Do you do a lot of your own production as well? I know you got live musicians like on the video we're gonna get into tonight that I like. people to tap in. It's going to be on Freestyle Fridays, and Aladdin 19 video music breaks is coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's coming. But you know,
I wish I made my own beats. Yeah, no, I'm a certified beat stealer, man. I like I said, I listen to Lil Wayne, you know, all the dedication mixtapes from him. I'll just go on YouTube and rap over everyone's beats. And then I just buy them off YouTube, stuff like that. And we try and add instrumentation to them, but for me, it's all about the bars. I wish I could make beats, but my brain, it's like too slow for that. You know what I mean? I feel like there's too many options. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You know, I mean, there is too many options out there because you hear a sound and you like that sound, you know, even though it's somebody else's track, but you feel it. You want to come in on it, you know. So we get that.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll let other people handle that one, you know, because that's a talent in itself.
We definitely get that, you know. But right now, let's talk about the video that we're gonna play tonight, the song "Sunshine," because I like it because you have live musicians playing, you know, with you. So I like that. So how did that come about?
Yeah, that was the vision of the director. So, well, we're gonna see the song with the video. The director, his name is Tony Holman. He basically, so the beats it came prepackaged with all this instrumentation. I thought it was amazing. I thought it sounded great. And the director liked the instrumentation, like with the guitar and just like the smooth drum sound. So we got a couple of musicians to basically play the song live while I rapped over it. And then we just took the studio recording and we put that on top of it. If you were to take like the raw audio just from the video, then you would see that like that, you know, I'm just rapping the song to a live version. And we should drop that sometime. But yeah, we just recreated the song, especially with that smooth guitar that you hear on there.
Yeah.
It was perfect, you know. So we got a cool guitarist to come through, and then a good drummer to come through. We just we played it like a NPR Tiny Desk or something like that. Just super, like we're out on the street, you know, hustling, and yeah.
And it is tight. It worked, you know. I mean. It worked. I don't listen to it. I mean, today alone, I listened to it about 5 or 6 times. You know, I like the vibe. You know, I've been dabbling in the studio with some guitar type sounds, and it kind of like, okay, yeah, I hear it. You know, so you got the same thing. You know,
it's cool when it works in hip hop. The guitar, you know, it
does work. It reminds me, and a lot of people don't. You know, I don't know if people remember back in the day with hip hop, they used to do the unplugged. You know, I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, like the VH1 Unplugged?
VH1 Unplugged, where the rapper comes in and is strictly
I missed that, man. I missed
that. 2 guitar players. Yeah, that's hot. They need to go back to it. Well, they got something similar on YouTube. I see they running with now.
The Tiny Desk concert.
Tiny Desk, they come in and
that's
do
the new generation of Unplugged. Yeah, you're right.
So that's hot, you know. So I like that, you know, and it gives you another vibe to that sound, you know. So we like that. We like that.
We definitely got to recreate it. We got to drop that live version.
Yeah. That's hot. In fact, let's go into the video. I want people to see this. I want people to hear this. You know,
check
they
that
talking
out.
to you. I want them to see it. So we're going to go into a little bit. We're going to give you a little taste of it. This is Solus, the Happy Human. This song is called Sunshine. Right, Sunshine. Let's go.
How you guys doing? Okay. I'm trying not to keep too many tabs open, cause every time I do it, gets the man's hoping that I can read the world and the universe. Reflections on my mood, would you mention that it's true? If I told you, then I'm screwed up. Questions that we knew, but the vocal affectations that we use to get the point across to you and everybody that you do, but is this with this vested with my interest? I'm penning sales depending on my penmanship. That's payment for my mama family, for my father figures. I'm not a father figure, but he's still my father, isn't he? Not a hard decision. They've been hard at work, I'm hardly working, hard to visit, harmonize with opposition. Tell me I'm probably shit. At least I'll take the time to take apart the flows, acknowledge it. I'm hard as shit, rapping, pacing in my room, just trying to get as close to you, like I've been chasing what I'm doing for. Hiding in my tortoise shell like Cooper, excuse me. Introducing this, the one and only loser from the opposite of what you went to do. I'm like, is that my cue? I'm positive it's you. So, listen, mama raised me a parent. By the way, I look tearing, stages boldly declaring, pages of my life, fiction for I I turned them to Sarah. Names torpedoes and parachutes. Music saved my life. I put a chord and prepare. Yeah. To fly. Hey, I've been on this cloud for so long that it feels like home. Till it rained upon the plains and all the fire and stone. On the ground it looked the same, but to me it's a show. Sun shining in my face, sunshine in my. Hey, I've been on this cloud for so long that it feels like home. Till it rained upon the plains and all the fire and stone. On the ground it looked the same, but to me it's a show. Sun shining in my face, sunshine in my.
Hey everyone, it's your man P Stock of iHipHopTV. iHipHopTV is now part of a global consortium of media outlets that not only span the US and Canada, but over 240 countries. We are broadcasters, podcasters, publishers, radio stations, and digital news sites that collectively have an audience reach of 100+ million viewers, listeners, and readers. Currently, promotions, branding, and interviews with Club LVH on Roku TV has put them in position to drive their audience to pay outlets such as Tubi, Netflix, Apple TV, etc. Advertise with iHipHopTV. Man, that's hot, man. I mean, you got that sound, that flow. You got that. You hit that right, man. That, I like that. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That sound and what you bringing to the table in this thing we call hip hop, man. You making it. You making your own way. That's big. So, yeah, I think we're gonna start hearing a lot more from you on iHipHop. And that's big, So with that, and everything that you're doing now, and your sound and the direction, what do you want to do? What direction and how far would you like to go with this thing?
Man, I've always just wanted to just create, because I just wanted to create. I felt like growing up, there's so many hurdles that you put in the way yourself between you and creating, and as we become adults, we have jobs, we have, obligations to other people, stuff like that. As long as I could just do what I want to do and be true to myself, as corny as it sounds, just be true to myself, do what I want to do, but it's true. But if I could make it the best that it could be also, take the time, go to the studio, work on the song, make it as good as I think I can make it, shoot a video that can reach people, then I'll be happy. Even if I love that video, if it got like 2 views, I'd be happy too, because I know that I did my best on it. I mean, I probably could have marketed it a little bit better, but but still, I'm like, yeah, I just want to create something that I think is the best I can make it.
I like it. It's fun. You did that. It's real fun. The video's fun. It kind of reminds me, you got that playful. That's what I like about the baby. He comes along, his videos are fun.
Yeah.
He got some fire, but his videos are fun. It kind of remind me that with the inflated shark and everything, beating it up.
Totally. I love the baby too. Yeah. I think all the videos, he was in like a huge diaper one time. I'm like,
yeah, now he got that from Parliament. That comes from Parliament. Yeah, that comes from Parliament. That's wild. That's P-Funk. If you go back and look at some old Parliament videos, you'll see that was one of their mainstays.
That's awesome, man. You're educating me, man, for sure. I'm like, what?
The guy in the diaper. Who could have done this before? yeah, it's been done before, but that's all right. That's what hip hop is, it
goes in cycles, Yeah,
it goes in cycles. It always, when it came out, it was, you take something that was somebody else's and make it your own. You put your spin on it. Back in the day, up in the Boogie Down, they was hitting them with the break beats, with the melodies from them old tracks or some old jazz, like DJ Premier does with the. I don't know if you're familiar with the Jazzmatazz series where he did Jazzmatazz.
No.
1 and 2. You gotta check them out, where he goes back in and does Coltrane and Miles Davis tracks and puts his drums on it. Man, those are some great albums. Him and Guru, and he brought in Jamiroquai. You know, that's one of my favorites. Lost Souls. You know, they do some things on there. So, you know, like you said, everything goes in a cycle. DJ Premier, shout out to Premier. He's still making it happen. He's still doing things out there.
Yep. He just dropped a single with Chance the Rapper. I was like, yo.
Yeah, with Chance. He got a lot of stuff out there. So, you know, yeah, like you said, everything goes in a cycle. So it's good to take it and spin it and make it your own and do your thing. You know, it's just the day with social media and Wi-Fi and everything. You got to be careful because they sit up there. You got a good song, you put it on YouTube, and they'll mute it. So nobody will get to hear it. You know, so you got to watch it. So that's where here at iHipHop we got tired of that. We started our own YouTube channel. We got iHipHopTV.
Oh, that's dope.
So we run stuff on there. You know, you go up there and check it out, or go to the Roku channel. You know?
Yeah, I put stuff on TikTok, and then I dropped a whole mixtape called Scam Likely, where I was trying to be like Lil Wayne dedication series where he's rapping over other people's beats.
Yeah,
and I can't put that shit on TikTok at all. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, copyright. So it just lives on SoundCloud. You know? Yeah.
That's what they do, you know. So you gotta be careful, you know, because they will take the fun out of it, you know. They will make it a little more difficult, you know. And I understand.
For sure.
And it's not, and I can see if they was really doing something for the artist, the creator, but no, they're not, you know.
Yeah.
They're only doing it for themselves. So
I'm like, I'm not rich off this yet, you know. Leave me alone, man.
You got to give people a chance. I mean, so that's why we kind of get away from it, because you could do your own original music and have it on there and come on here and we could talk about your music and try to promote it, and they will come in and mute it and hit it and everything else. You know, it's basically stealing money, you know, where you can't monetize it, but they'll monetize off of it.
Oh, yep. You can still play it, but they'll get the money.
Yeah, they'll get the money. You won't get it down. They will, and how much of that money are they going to give to the originator? You know, that's what I want to know. Are they paying them? You know, you're telling other people you can't do it. So I kind of, you know, YouTube is cool, you know, but I kind of, you know, cheer away from it. I don't like to put stuff on there too much, you know. That's
why I like going on SoundCloud sometimes, because you just hear like I feel like that's the most underground shit right there on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is another good one. Yep, you can go up there and listen to music for days, you know, music like from artists. And that's what I appreciate, artists such as yourself to come in that a lot of people might not have heard of or anything else. And by somebody seeing that snippet of your video on this show, you might develop a couple thousand followers now. You know, you never know whoever hears it, you know. So that's our whole goal, is to get it out there and let people hear it and take it in themselves and make it happen, you know. And that's what we want to do, you know, make that happen on that end. You know, that's what we try to do. But I want to get to a part of the show where I like to have a little fun with you and let the viewers, our audience, see, you know, where you at with your sound and your music. And one of the things we like to talk about is, you know, some hypothetical type situations. So the first one I'm gonna start out as, if you were stranded on a desert island, and big shout out to Big Wall. You know, this Big Wall, this is one of the staples from Address the Culture we like to bring on. But if you were stranded on a desert island and you had to have 3 records, what would those 3 records be?
Dang. You said 30 records?
3, not 30. 3.
Okay.
3
all
records.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Yeah. If you had to have 3 records, what would they be?
I would have to say Lil Wayne's The Carter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Wiz Khalifa, Cushion OJ.
Okay. My homeboy.
And cause I'm on an island, so I gotta relax with the vibes too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And the Sunshine EP by Solus the Happy Human. No, I'm just kidding. I would do either, I'm gonna say either between The Massacre by 50 Cent or Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Those two.
Yeah,
that's 50 Cent had the hits, and then but the Section 80 just had crazy raps all over it that I never want to forget when I'm on this island.
Yeah, you just want to keep that in there. So that's good, man. Your hip hop, that's good. Now,
yeah, that shows you where I'm at,
Yeah, that shows you where you're at. Now we're gonna amp it up a little bit. On that desert island, you get stranded again. This time you can have 3 albums. 3 albums, whole albums. What 3 albums would that be?
Oh man, I thought that first question was albums. Shit.
That was records. That was songs, singles.
Oh, songs?
Yeah, so those was okay. So now let's go. You did the albums already.
Yeah.
So we know the albums. So now let's do the records. What 3 records? That's the songs. What 3 songs would you be?
I gotta say, okay, well, just to go off that Carter 2 album, Hustler Music by Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Even though I grew up in the suburbs and I'm pretending to be hard listening to Hustler Music, it's just such a great song that I can't help it. I love that song. And it's 6 minutes, so it's like you'll have a little bit more time on the island with it.
Yeah.
Poor Man's Dreams by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
That song is so good. There's probably a dope ass flip that I didn't even realize was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. And the third record would be, maybe I should choose some like hour-long like 70s rock record or some shit like that. It would be
whatever is going to get you through till you get rescued.
Oh shit. Then it would have to be something instrumental. I would say like there's this producer named Nujabes. Yeah. I would say this song called Agrarian Dance. It's like a smooth, just like instrumental track that calms me down. It's like the kind of music that you would study to,
Okay.
When I'm trying to build that fire, I'll listen to that one.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. So that right there, it lets the audience and the viewers know. So you're naming records and songs that they probably listen to and they like. So that all lends to them wanting to get more into your music and hear where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm like an early 2000s kid. I was just in the back seat just slapping.
Yeah, that's
great. Like hustler music, like this is so real.
Yeah, and I get it. And that's dope. So you come up and you in it, and now you're producing and putting out your own music. Today. And shout out to you for doing that, man. It's real dope that you that's what hip hop is. It's just carrying on and going on to the next generation and the next generation and so on and so on. Hip hop, for a while in the beginning they thought it was going to be a fad. This ain't going to be here long. This ain't going to last. Whatever. It's here to stay. It's just going to evolve and evolve. Like everything, it's going to go in cycles. It's going to come back around and go in cycles. What female rappers out here are you hearing that you like? Because there's a lot of females coming up now. So what females are you listening to that you like?
Shoot. I mean, I've always thought Doja Cat was super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she's kind of weird sometimes. She'll like shave her head and dip her whole body in red paint, stuff like that. But
yeah, she is out there.
Yeah, she's like a female Drake to me. She could just churn out hits, and under her own willpower, you could just tell that she's the one, making these hits. I like this rapper named Caribou. She's super dope. She had this like on the radar freestyle.
Okay.
That like I memorized, and it's like her style is like, it's like super laid back. like she just raps like this. She just kind of talks, and it's like it's so like it's secretly super hard to do.
Yeah,
be very, very calm.
To be calm and throw the words, and you gotta be sharp. You know, like you're witty and you got a good word play with your songs. You know, so for somebody to do that, they to be that calm and smooth and easy. You know, yeah, I can see that can be difficult, real difficult.
I just throw a million words at the listeners. So it's cool to see someone that can just reverse it like that. I'm like, that's crazy, you know?
Yeah. That is crazy.
I'm like, wow. Yeah, totally.
So have you did a whole album yet? Put out a whole album yet, or?
Right now I got one EP called the Sunshine EP.
Okay.
And it's out on all streaming.
Okay.
And on top of that, just to pay homage, to Lil Wayne and to that mixtape era that I grew up in, I got a mixtape out on SoundCloud right now.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
Called Scam Likely.
Okay, tell people where they on SoundCloud. Give them your socials. Let them know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got my name right here, Solus the Happy Human. You can find me on IG. That's like primarily where I do everything at. I'm not really on Twitter that much. Facebook, mostly Instagram. And then you can find me on SoundCloud too. SoundCloud.com/Solus the Happy Human. Yeah, and I got two sides. I got like my mixtape side, underground side that you could listen to on SoundCloud.
Right.
I'm always trying to feed the underground too.
Yeah.
Besides from making these kind of like mainstream songs, which I also love. I love both sides of it. I think hip hop, you got like the underground, you got the mainstream, and I think both are amazing. So I'm with both.
Hey, that's the way to be. The more the merrier, because you're in both worlds. So you're going to get both audiences to follow and tap in and follow you and want to hear it and spread the word. So that's always a smart thing to do. So it sounds like you got that going in the right. It's definitely going in the right direction. You want to do that, and IG I think is a great platform within the music community. Right now where you can get your music out there, you can be seen, you can be heard, you can get involved. You can tap in with producers, tap in with other collaborations. Is there anybody out there that you would want to work with right now? If you had a choice right now, if you had a choice that you can jump in the studio and do a record and go on stage with any artist, who would that be?
Shoot. I gotta say I would want to work with I want to work with everyone. I'm down to do any kind of record. I want to work with my idols. I want to work with like underground legends like Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
From Odd Future. I want to work with like Bay Area legends. My favorite rapper one of my favorite rappers and my favorite Bay Area rapper, his name is A1. I would love to work with him.
Okay.
A1. He's tight.
I think I heard of A1. I'm not sure. I think we might have. I'm not sure. A1. That sounds familiar. He could have came through, or the people. Young NAZ might be down with Young NAZ or somebody.
He's crazy. He'll say a punchline, and then he'll do one rap, two rap, three rap, four rap, 5 line, 6 line, 7 line, and then he'll wrap up that punchline all the way at the bottom. It's like this huge punchline sandwich. And I'll be thinking he's a bad rapper. I'm like, man, he forgot to rhyme that first thing that he said. And then all of a sudden he'll be like, he'll be like, apple, Snapple. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. It blows my mind every time I hear it. Like I love the mad scientist of hip hop that trick your expectations. I feel like hip hop, it's like comedy, it's like stuff that people hit you with stuff that you don't expect, and that's what gets a reaction out of you. So so he's always been one of my favorites. Earl Sweatshirt, like Doja Cat, honestly. And I would say Kendrick Lamar or Drake, but I'm gonna wait until the dust settles and see where I want to go from there.
Yeah. I mean, it's all the difference, Kendrick and Drake. I think that beef they're doing. Somebody who was that? I forget who said that. He said that they should go on tour together.
Oh my gosh!
He said they should go on tour
feel
together.
like we got played if they went on tour together, and then I would still go buy a ticket.
Yeah, because that's what it is. I mean, it's hard to tell because there are some people that want to come through and do that just to generate the buzz, which is cool. I ain't mad at it. If you want to do that and generate a buzz to get people over, get people following, refollowing, to listen to see, because they toured together before. Was it Drake that put Kendrick on tour with him, or vice versa? They did some stuff before, so they're real familiar with these. That's why when I start hearing this stuff, I start thinking, this is a setup. It's
I appreciate that too. Yeah, because you got to be skeptical. I hope it's real. I mean, I don't hope that Drake's a pedophile or Kendrick beats his wife, but I don't know. But I hope the animosity is real and not a business move.
Yeah, they don't do it. It's. I mean, I think, like you said, I don't think Kendrick beats his wife, and I don't think Drake's a pedophile. But again, we don't know. Talking about that, how do you feel about the Diddy thing? What do you think about Diddy and that situation going on?
I mean, honestly, like his music's never been that dope to me. So, I can't forgive him. But no, I mean, it doesn't matter how good your music is. It sounds like he was a monster, and he was doing Cassie dirty, and Cassie, she made that Me and You track. That's a classic, and she's like super hot, and yeah, basically it sucks because I feel like it was like, I hate it when you got the monsters that are under your nose the whole time, because Diddy's been in the media for so long. Yeah. So I feel like betrayed, because we put so much trust in a person. He gave us the classics like Walk to Brooklyn and Get Some Cheesecake. And so you want to like them, but when people are monsters, they're monsters, and it sucks, Yeah,
it is. And then who I feel bad for in all of this is Black Rob, and those artists, G-Dep, those artists from back in the day came out, Mace, artists he came out with. And then if the stuff that happened with Biggie, especially Black Rob had some hit, but I think
what happened with him?
Black Rob passed. He died. He wound up in jail. Puffy takes the publishing. He takes their money. They broke, so they wind up still doing street things, and wind up incarcerated and everything else, struggling in life, to get through. And Black Rob had a couple of, you remember like Whoa, that whole album and everything he put out right there, that was fire, And if you go in and look, and I seen some stuff with like Gene Deal and them guys talking about it, and then when I think back and I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. How Diddy will go in, and I heard the same with Jay-Z too. That they'll go in and it's your song, but then they'll come in and do a verse and make it their record. And then it'll go on their album. Yeah, they've done that to their artists, But and Black
so they
Rob,
got a higher percentage of everything.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's the music, and to a certain percent, if you're taking advances, you got to know you got to pay it back. It's a loan, and that's why the music game today is so different. It's not about getting signed by a record label. You got to be the label. You got to make the hits that make the people download, stream, everything else, so then you can make your own money and bring in your own money, and then ain't nobody taking the money and saying, here goes $1.87. We'll get back. That's like New Edition. Their first album, all that touring, their first thing, they had to split a check for $1.87.
What?
Yeah, because you got to pay back that stuff. TLC, that happened, that happened. And that's one thing about Dre's from Black Sheep. He's fighting for that now, for people to get their publishing. Diddy held their publishing. Look at what he did with the Locks. The Locks, when he was on the Rough Rider, he held their publishing. I think one of them at the Rough Riders paid Diddy about $8.5 million to get him released from Bad Boy, and Diddy still held their publishing. I think he just gave it back to him. You know, I think he might have, and like De La Soul from back in the day. You know, I feel bad.
Did he get him dirty?
Huh?
They got screwed over too.
De La Soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got their publishing released here, and then Dave died.
Oh
Dave
my
died.
God!
Right whenever they was getting ready to start releasing, getting into making their money, then Dave died.
What the hell?
So that's what happened. So now the music industry is such as you do your own thing, you make your stuff, you put it out there, and you market and push it yourself. You know, and just be a frugal business person to get out there and push it, and then get the streams and have your little a swag to put out there to sell and everything else, and get people to download the singles, download your records, to follow and to like your music, you know. So you take that power out of those big record labels, because all that is a bad loan. It's probably the worst loan a lot of them people ever will get in their life. You know?
And it's romanticizing hip hop. Like Kanye was like, I went to Jacob an hour after I got my advance. I just wanted to shine. You're like, oh yeah, for sure. You're like, and you think in your mind, I'm going to do the same thing when I get my advance.
Yep. Get your advance and go blow it. You got to be more smarter with it. You got to grow that advance, you know, whatever you do. But like I said, a lot of it comes back into, you know, you pay for your music videos, you pay for your tours, you know, because you're as artist, you come in, you broke. You don't have no, you got to go on a tour. You need hotels, you need airfare, you need this, that. You don't got the money to do it, you know. So the label fronts you, and then that's where it winds up going down. And then whenever the royalties come in, you get a quarter, you know, off of that, you know. So you don't see no money. You're still living on. It was best put. Lord Jamal put it out there. Brand Nubians, you know, don't let it go to your head. Don't let it go to your head. They tell you could be signed and still broke at home, living at home, writing, and that's the truth, you know. So now it's a new day. I think, you know, hip hop is going in a direction where people can go. I think the pandemic helped level the field a little bit, the playing field a little bit, where artists was able, and you got more people chiming in, tapping in, and following artists that you might not have ever heard of before, like, you know, back, you know. So and that's going on, but that's the direction that hip hop is going, man. But I'm glad you was able to come through, and you know, we got to get you to spin the block with us, come back through, and you know, when you drop something, and you're definitely gonna have your videos running on Freestyle Fridays, you know, next week coming up, you know. And you know, just come in, tap, keep us let us know what's happening, and and so we can keep it up there. We can promote. That's what we do. We like a ghost promoter. We promote what we do. People to come through and spend their time with us, because time is something you can't get back, you know. So you come spend your time with us. So we take that and we try to make things happen with your music. We put it out there and put it in front of people that will appreciate it, and that will hopefully help you take it to the next level, bro. You know, is there anybody you want to shout out and anything, and let everybody know where they can find you and everything else? Again, give them all your socials.
Yeah. Shout out my mom. Shout out Javi. Shout out John. Shout out to Chris Simpson. You owe me $200. Shout out to Tony Capaldo. You owe me $50. Shout out to the liquor store down the street, 3 Rings. They're dope. I go by Solus the Happy Human. You can find me on SoundCloud. I got a mixtape there, and I got the Sunshine EP that's on Spotify. I got a song with Lil Cito, and then a song with Stingy on Spotify. Go ahead and listen to those a million times. And I got a big show. I know this is everywhere, but if you're in the Bay Area, I got a show at the Brick and Mortar Friday, June 21st with Frisco Baby, True Gang, and Paul Shoelace, the Master Chef. And and thank you for having me. You know, this is one of my first interviews, so I'm juiced to be here. This is crazy.
There it is. Catch him on at the Brick and Mortar, man, June 21st.
Sure. Loser Music.
You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that, man. So that's big. That's big, you know. You know, and it's again, man, thanks for coming through, man, and spending time with us, and definitely come back and check us out. Spin the block, let us know, you know, any videos you do or any performance videos you do, a performance, you get some tape, shoot them over, man. We run them. We get them running on one of our platforms, one of our shows. We Freestyle Friday, video music break. We make it happen. And definitely tap in with Dark Diva, Mad Money Militia. Definitely.
Yeah, shout out to Dark Diva, iHipHop, Mad Money, Aludin19. Yeah, thank them for making this happen, man. And thank you for opening up your wealth of knowledge, man. Because I'm just an early 2000s, suburb kid listening to too much hip hop. And thank you for giving me homework to go look at, man.
Go check it out, man. You get that, and then that helps you build, definitely for the future, man. So definitely thanks, man. Definitely thanks, man, for coming through. Hang on for a minute. I definitely want you to stick around. I want you to hear something, and then I'm gonna let you go. But hey, this is your man P Stock. This has been iHipHopTV 1-on-1. Big shout out Mad Money Militia, Dark Diva, Aladdin 19, iFreedom TV, Dr. Richard. That's how we do it, man. 1-on-1. This is P Stock.
Caucasian. Fire. Back up. Back up for the baseline,
What's going on, everybody? It's Courage from Favorite Films, and I am excited to tell you some great news. You Gotta Have Courage is now streaming on Tubi. I have 4 episodes up. It's going to be epic. I hope you feel that same way. You have to check it out. And if you was wondering where your footage went and it wasn't in the video, it's because it went into the show. So take a look. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your cousin, tell your sister, and then repeat. Stay tuned to more You Gotta Have Courage.